Hello everyone, good afternoon. Today we are learning about learning progressions. The standards I had were matter and interactions, and motion and stability, forces and interactions. And I'm going to start talking about matter and interactions. And basically, they start in second grade, where students start learning about matter. What is matter? All of those different things or that become matter and how materials and their properties we can arrange them. For example, based on their color, their texture, their flexibility, those are all different things that students are learning. Also, they're learning how to disassemble an object into smaller objects or smaller pieces, and then they can put them together and form a new object. Um, that is also we are learning as well in second grade. And also we focus a lot in our states of matter, solid, liquid, gas, the properties, all of those things. And they start, students in second grade start learning about when we put some heat on a liquid, or it can change the state and all of those things. Then we jump into fifth grade as well. Students are learning during all those years different aspects of matter and interactions. But in fifth grade, we learn as well. Students learn that now matter is made of particles too small to be seen. And basically, we have fifth graders have to do projects, especially like a sample of a project they need to do is an animal cell project or a human cell, where they can describe that they have smaller pieces and that together they may make a bigger piece. As well, they're learning in fifth grade about the different heating, cooling, and mixing substances. And they need to observe them, make measurements, and do a hypothesis based on what they are learning and observing, as well as mixing substances to make new ones. Now I'm going to talk about motion and stability, forces and interactions. And this learning progression starts in kinder, the standard, where students start learning about pushing and pulling, how the force they put on the push and the pull affects everything. For example, an object they push based on the force they put in under the object, if it's gonna go further or it's not gonna go that in a distance. Also, they're learning and how the two objects collide and they can move their trajectory, and how they can start learning about pushing and pulling again. Then we go to third grade in this learning progression, and we learn as students in third grade start learning about how objects can be balanced or unbalanced, and depending on the force we apply, it can change their distance, it can change their trajectory, like I was saying as well. And in third grade as well, they start learning about patterns, how we can predict the movement of an object depending on its pattern. For example, we can examples of this that students will learn, and you can use examples are a seesaw or swings, how we can predict the movement based on its force and based on its pattern that it's doing. Also in third grade, we start learning about electric or magnetic interactions between two objects, the force and everything that applies. For example, balloon in hair, magnetic, how it's static. It changes the force that the balloon is applying in the hair and how it moves it. Students start learning about that in third grade, and how they start using cause and effect, learning about cause and effect, writing about cause and effect. And then we go into fifth grade with the learning progressions, and students now start learning about the gravity in Earth and how the force that the gravity is pulling down to the center of the Earth. That's what we're learning in fifth grade with the motion, stability, forces, and reactions. And interactions. And basically, that's the summary of how the learning progressions start from kinder and go all the way to fifth grade, sixth grade, and those standards I selected. Thank you for listening.